So I got an internet. The internet connection is fucking Tim a cunt, and stopped working.
I know it's difficult, but
and turned off the stream and basically everything.
Try to calm down. Calm down. Please. Calm down. It's gonna be okay.
Come on, Venom Snake, get through it.
A gold, emerald, and 4 diamonds. But on day 205, we're back to tunneling. The real prize still awaits. It didn't even take too long. About 10 minutes later, I found a real ender fortress. Now this one's large, like really large. There's a lot of ground to cover and a lot of ways to die. It's absolutely gorgeous, though. If this place wasn't so dangerous, I'd live here one day. But that thing's what I'm here for.
It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world out there, so there's something we need to take care of first. I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice. What you look like, however...
Is it up to me?
End ship. And if you look inside of the ship's hull, you'll find the legendary Elytra. The entire reason we came here was to get the Elytra, and now we have it, and it's only day 205. And of course I didn't forget to mine the dragon head on the front of the ship, and as you can obviously see, it was all worth it. Nothing like possessing the head of your enemies. I'm just gonna tell you right now, day 206 involves a lot of traveling through the void and on a horse, and eventually back home. Last thing I did before bed was deck out the treasure room, and now it's day 207, where I'm chopping down trees, just like old times. Though this time around, instead of a stone axe, I have an enchanted diamond one. Because I can chop a lot faster now, I had all the wood I needed for my next project. It's just a very simple pillar made out of wood that goes all the way to max height. I couldn't even really get a good view even when I cranked it up to 32 chunks. The Elytra's a flying device, and I'd never used one before, and I figured this was probably the best time to try it out. And now it's time for our first Elytra flight test. From all the way at max height, I'm going to try to fly to the villager town. I had no idea where I was going. Nothing really rendered. Awesome! I flew way far away from home, and now I have no idea where I am, and it's dark out. I wasn't worried for a second. I had my trusty compass. We're going to give it another shot on day 208. I gotta put the ladders on here anyway. This time I flew a little closer to the ground and was able to get my bearings and make it all the way to L-Town, easily. And then of course I quickly got to work on installing another airport. I can use that airport to glide all the way from L-Town to my main compound, even over these mountains. And you know, there's just something beautiful about my base from the sky. However, the Elytra's already at half health, which is definitely not beautiful. On the morning of day 209, I wasted no time and used my trusty bucket to catch a fish for an achievement. I'm not sure why anyone would want to do this for any other reason than the achievement, but you know, it's there. The Minecraft achievements are pretty wacky though, and some of them can be quite difficult. I've got a lot of work cut out for me in these 100 days. One of the achievements involves having every potion effect applied at the same time, and I started that long odyssey today. I ended up not having about half the ingredients I needed, so this one's gonna take a little bit. And now I'm in the nether. How did this happen? Unfortunately, there's a whole list of nether achievements, and they're literally hell. I said earlier that on day 300 I'll be fighting the Wither, and in order to do that, I need to kill about 1,000 Wither skeletons. Each one has a 2.5% chance to drop a Wither skeleton skull, and this one dropped one here, but I need 3 of those. I also needed to shoot a regular skeleton from over 50 meters away with a bow, and I got that one here. After a quick resupply on day 211, I kept working on nether achievements. This time I had to pop a gas with his own attack. Not that hard. Then I started some hard labor working on a massive tunnel.
She did.
In the overworld, and there's an achievement for moving 8.
I know who.
away from my
is
home farm.
about
I might
to
as well kill these cows. I'm
choke
out of town, so there's no way
everyone
I'll
in
be
the
able to identify him.
fucking
I brought a
hospital.
wet horseback with me before I realized he can't come back with me because my tunnel is too small. Well, enjoy your new life, horse. It's your problem now. As soon as I got back to the Nether Fortress, I started killing Nether
This is
skeletons
you,
again, and
as you've
immediately got
lived
another
until this
skull.
day.
Wow, that's really lucky. I got a ton of achievements and 2 wither skeleton skulls, so I decided to quit while I was ahead. I got up bright and early on day 212. I'm going to be working my hoe until she breaks. It's an achievement to use up the entirety of a diamond hoe. It's also a funny euphemism. I'm killing 2 hoes with 1 gat here, though. I've been meaning to clear out the land between these 2 villager towns for a long time. It didn't even really take that long. About the entire daylight hours, for about 8 minutes. That night I was able to find a zombie villager as part of another achievement. I tried to trap him with Tug, but he didn't want to stay in prison. In the end, he chose death. I would have too. I wasn't recording for day 213, so I'll just show you what I did. I made this map. I like looking at it. I had to level up my villager cartographer, and I also want to make a bigger version of this in my main compound, so this was kind of just practice. I was also able to purchase an ocean monument map from the cartographer, and that should be pretty entertaining. And after a large amount of travel, the next morning I was at my ocean shack, ready to take on this monument. It took about all of day 214 just getting there by boat. It's pretty far away. And I'm already leaving on day 215. I'm not really supplied for this thing. I gotta run back home real quick. I should have prepared, but I did not, and I'm paying the price for it. It wasn't a total loss. I was able to collect a little bit of ocean monument blocks and activate my conduit outside my compound. Now, any water around my compound, I can not only breathe forever, but also see underwater pretty well. And by the end of the day, I was ready to go back. I had some Depth Strider boots and a Respiration 3 helmet. Getting back to the ocean monument was a lot easier. I had the coordinates, so I could just fly there. It didn't take half a day. I also had a master plan for conquering the ocean monument in a notable way. And my master plan to conquer the ocean monument involved nothing but
Look at that part! Look at that part!
But I didn't admit that. Why the cow, you ask? Well, the worst part about an ocean
Look at that
is the
bitch.
mining fatigue. When you get hit with this, you can't mine anything. But thanks to this cow, I have unlimited white stuff right here. So, no more mining fatigue. You're not supposed to be able to mine your way through this dungeon. It's supposed to be a difficult maze, but I broke that.
You should have flammable.
This legendary underwater maze turned out to be pretty easy. And all you need is now the prize of the ocean monument.
And he got stabbed almost in the heart, very close to the heart.
Then by the end of the night, I was back home with a bunch of gold and victory. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this gold. I'm becoming too rich. It's really a problem. Day 219, for once I was
Look at this
tearing down
bitch.
walls instead of building them. Shortening up the walls really opened up the compound. I like how I can see everything now. And to tell you the truth, I wanted to use the compound for a very long time. It took pretty much all night, but I've cleared out a lot more space for myself here. I didn't realize how much land was being completely unused until I got rid of that hilly portion. And I've got some pretty big plans, so I'm gonna have to burn down this forest outside of the compound. It's the most efficient way. Last night I was able to find
Metal Gear Solid,
this dirt hut, but
featuring woman burning to death.
they're fuel for my electric. The next morning I went to check on my zombie villager and he despawned. I then took out my aggression on someone unarmed and weaker than me. I spent the rest of the day trying to figure out how the bees work. I really have no idea. By the end of the day, I had 1 bee hive, which for me was a great success. And at night, I slept in the first village in town. It's been a while. We're back to the base game for day 222. I'm preparing to build a big map here. I decided to use my basement mine, and I quickly ran into some issues involving lava. Though I only had to get enough iron to make a few compasses, so I'll be good. And this is where my map will live. Once it's made, it'll look awesome. I lied. I need more iron, and there's no way I'm building an iron golem farm. That's just inhumane. And you know, caves haven't been that dangerous, especially since I invested in some diamond armor. And look at that. After a long, hard day with no paid lunch, I had 59 iron. I was so excited I just sat there all night smelling the fumes. Alright, now it's time to map out my land on day 224. It's time for a tax assessment. It's really not a difficult process. You just...
You're talking to yourself. Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ishmael. What the hell is going on? Well, the good news is you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down. Need a little pick-me-up? Okay. Here. Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game. Come on!
Looks like Snake is dying. Dying.
Get over here.
Now he's prone, but he's forced to be prone right now.
Drug's not working. We're getting out of here. Move it. Let's take the stairs. This way. This isn't gonna work. We better take the elevator.
I can't remember that cunt's name, but he was in a lot of the other Metal Gear games. He broke the fourth wall in one of them.
Something's coming.
And the man on fire. If you guys don't know or haven't played the other Metal Gear games, me neither. That's Vulcan, also known as the Man on Fire. It's basically a spirit of fire. Really, you motherfucking can't. Looks like his fucking arm's broken or something. Oh wait, it is.
Drugs kicked in? Good, let's hurry. Hold up, let's fix this. Next time, do it yourself. It's always good to try and mend your injuries while hiding from the enemy. Over there.
He gonna die. I'm pretty sure this guy pisses himself at some point in this part. Oh boy, that's creepy. Creepy peepee. So fuck you, you fucking cunt. Oh, fuck off, you Russian immigrant. How can this cunt not see this? How? He's literally looking right at us. Fuck it. It's only gravity. Fuck you, gravity. Yeah.
Help me! I don't want to die!
I'm surprised that that guy's suppressor hasn't broken yet. Wow, such assholes.
Time to walk. Press the stance button to stand up. Don't get caught in those searchlights. Here they come. Hurry.
God damn it.
Don't you die on me. Ahab. Ahab. Ahab! Time to walk. Press the stance button to stand up. Don't get caught in those searchlights. Here they come. Hurry. Now!
Run.
Move! Go!
He's here! Fire!
Don't you die on me. Ahab. Ahab.
He's running and he's gonna die.
Move, go! It's ugly down there. Turn back. I'm Agricola. Come on.
Σας παρακαλώ, τι συμβαίνει?
Δεν είδα κανένας, θα μας σκοτώσουνε.
Ναι, τον είδα πριν λίγο.
What's happening out there?
It's all right, we'll be okay.
I can't see what's happening.
You hear that?
What's going on out there?
Hey! Huh? Close again.
We're safe in here?
Hey! 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 I can't see what's happening. What is that?
What's happening out there? Does anybody know?
Hey!
Do you hear them coming?
Delicious. I need to keep running. My balls tits out.
Anything? Negative. You came in here. Keep looking.
I move now? Okay.
This way. We're sitting down. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl. If you move, we're done for. Play dead. Freeze.
Just go to a corner of your land and map it out, just like that. Then you go back to the main map and place it where it's supposed to be. It's pretty easy. I didn't want to venture out too far. It did get dark out, but I got a pretty good amount of it done today. I'm also finally disabling that mine shack I built all the way back on day 1. I've never used it once. I'm gonna build some proper storage. The chests in my house can get a little bit cluttered, and by that I mean totally cluttered and not even usable. But before we do that, we have a map to make, and thanks to my Elytra and rockets, it was pretty easy to get pretty far out there. It took all day to get the far pieces, even with my rockets and Elytra, but it's gonna be worth it, I'll show you. The map turned out better than I ever could have imagined, and you know, I can always make it bigger. I could easily stare at this thing for the next 75 days and nights, but I should probably get to work on something more productive. You know, hell can be pretty productive. I only need one more wither skeleton skull, and I want to make sure I get it before I get close to day 300. Though that skull only has a 2.5% chance of dropping, so I'll have to get pretty lucky. I was down there for a while and built several families of wither skeletons. On day 228, I even found an unexplored part of the nether fortress where I got some diamonds and gold. But by day 229, some of my diamond armor broke, and I just gave up. It's not safe to be down here. I need more diamonds. I always need more iron. I probably should have a proper mine on my main compound. So that's what I'm doing here. It's also built right next to my storage, so I can put all my cobblestone and other assorted items in here when I'm done mining. But I'm not gonna mine at night. It's been like 10 days since I slept. Not to be like every other Minecraft YouTuber.
2 deaths with people burning on fire.
It's got some diamond armor. You're gonna have to believe me. The rest of the night, I took the Grand Notable Canal to my ocean shack. Apparently there's turtles here, but I don't know how they work. I'm sure they'll be useful eventually. But until he becomes useful, he'll stay here, in prison. Sorry, the frame rate's bad. I got about 30 junk, and I'm just looking for some new land. I'm mostly just burning my time until night. I've got to kill drown. I've never found a trident. I need it for several achievements. These are the drowned. They're pretty easy to kill with my depth strider moves. I never found a trident, but I did find some pillagers. I'm indifferent about the situation. I left it with a bad open effect. That's all you gotta know.
Yeah, I can do that.
Reliability. I slaughtered 4 drowned zombies at night with my Smite 4 sword. Pretty easy, but I never found a trident. I mean, one drowned through about 4 tridents that secret. Never got one. I found a jungle temple on day 234. I lost about 30 days of work in one of these before, so I was pretty careful. The loot was okay, just barely worth my time coming down here. On my way back home, I ran into a villager outpost, and one of the best ways to take one of these down is to land right on top of it. Again, the loot was pretty trash. I don't even know why I came to this thing. I was just gliding home when I knew a little bit too close to this town, and the raid started on it. Uh-oh, I really don't have time to help. I hope you kept good ancestral records. Day 235, I was just trying to forget about all the souls I just killed by finding some bamboo from the jungle. After that, I figured we could just clear some more forest. It's the efficient way. Doesn't that look far, far easier than chopping? You see that big open field? I used all these trees until I burned them. I found that village I accidentally sent the raid to. Of course, they're all dead. Shame, it's actually really close to my main compound in the forest. You might also notice this is a different horse. The other one burned to death. Kind of like this. The next day, I went out searching for some bees' nests. I only have one that's not very efficient. I found another outpost and couldn't stop myself from killing the inhabitants. Everything was going swimmingly until a villager guest killed my horse. Oh, you're gonna pay for that one. Tomorrow, this peaceful villager town is gonna be overwhelmed with raiders. It's gonna be a lot of fun for me. And it shouldn't be too bad. I've got a nice protective wall around the entire town, so I'll be able to shoot these guys from a distance. The first couple waves of this raid were pretty easy, if I'm being honest. The wall did most of the work, though it went from 0 to 100 real quick. What even is this? I also ran out of arrows, so now I'm hiding. As you can tell, I was not prepared for this at all. Without arrows, I had to use my sword to kill all of these pillagers. Not the way you want to do it. The fighting was so intense, it lasted all the way until day 239. And this isn't even the end of the raid. There was just one wave. There was no way I was going to win that situation, so I ran away in defeat. But I got a totem of undying, and that was really all I did that for. If you this thing in your hand and take enough damage to die, you won't. It's also an achievement. I thought of no better way. I'm back to mining in day 240. I lost some diamond armor in that raid. Oh look, I recorded myself mining diamonds this time. How rare for a Minecraft YouTube series. I got about 100 iron, some gold, diamonds, and obviously a lot of coal.
That sounds a lot like
mining on
Ocelot.
day 241. As you can see, I'm only down to some diamond pants. Because I've got the storage right
Find me a
nearby,
pistol,
it's way
bud.
more efficient down
Good
here. If I fill up on
dude.
cobblestone, I can just fill up my chest with it. I don't have to
Main
choose
man.
what sort of resources I can pick up anymore. I pretty much pick up everything, like this gravel. And like I explained earlier, after a long day of mining, I can just go right next door to my storage shed and stow it all away. I'm still mining on day 242, but I actually need this cobblestone for something. We'll get to that later. Because I just found an abandoned mine shaft. It might be infested with creepers, but it's probably got a lot of loot in it. At the very least, I'll be able to save a lot of iron by mining up these rails. If you don't think about it too hard, each one's kind of like mining a bar of iron. And mining up some gold always puts a smile on my face. It was a big mine shaft. I was down here for the better part of 2 days and found a lot of useful items. I got a diamond, some name tags, and even melon seeds, which I didn't have yet. And I have no idea what I'm going to use these 5 stacks of rails for, but it's nice to have them. My inventory bursting with juicy loot, I decided to go home and built a reverse staircase to the surface. Compass, you've been my only friend through all of this. And I'm not really sure if it's day 242 anymore, but time gets a little funny when you're down in the mine. Day 244, I was just going to grab a horse from L-Town when I realized that raid is still going on. Uh-oh. Luckily, one of those horses I abandoned was just sitting right here. I didn't even have to retrain him. I quickly found a better horse, and we got to know each other over some nice breeding. He's decently fast, has an okay amount of health, and can jump over walls, which is really all I need. And for the first time ever, I'm naming a horse. I'm gonna call him Warthog. Resupplied and ready for action, I went back to fight the raid on day 245, but everyone was gone. At least I got a free totem of undying. I had 2 or 3 master villagers here, and they're all dead now. So I went over to L-Town and maxed out all my credit cards to try to feel better. Okay, I was not recording for the real day 246 and some stuff happened. I'm not sure how, I'm not sure why, but I fell all the way down my ladder from the top floor. I didn't die, I had my totem of undying, but now I have a safety feature. I'm not really that sad the totem's gone, I'm more upset that I didn't record the whole experience. Anyway, we're venturing out into the great unknown with my Woodland Explorer map. I got this from the cartographer. It'll take me to a woodland mansion where I can find some more loot, kind of like the ocean mine. I'm not really sure how many blocks I'm gonna have to travel, it just points you in a general direction. Luckily, a good portion of the traveling was over the sea, and thanks to the boats in this game, that was pretty easy. I traveled all day and didn't find anything except this witch hanging out on her own property, minding her own business, who I killed. Her cat is now my property. What do you mean it's gonna cost 19 levels to fix my elytra? This is ludicrous! I didn't know that these mansions can be tens of thousands of blocks away from your main spawn, so I made the decision to quit. But I burned down the witch's house just to say that I did something while I was out here. It also made me feel a little better about wasting so much time. Good news is I only have to walk back about 15,000 blocks. Woohoo! At least I timed it right and spent most of the night time, which is the most dangerous of course, in the ocean. I used my elytra very sparingly. I didn't know it was going to cost so much to recharge it. But by the night time of day 249, I made it back to my land. You can pretty much see it from a mile away. I'm checking on my honey stocks in day 250, and as you can see, they're at an all-time low. So I just decided to farm. It's been a while. By the end of the day, it looked like I generated some honey, but I still don't know how these bees work. Doesn't matter though, because after about 12 days of labor, I got my first honey block. There's an achievement for jumping onto a honey block to break your fall, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. At least that's what I thought I was going to be doing. It didn't seem to work for me. All I know is that this fall should normally kill me, and the honey block prevented it, but I still didn't get the achievement. The rest of the day, I leveled up my Fletcher to master, and he'll sell me a piercing 2 crossbow, which I can use for another achievement. Day 252, I ventured out in search of another village at the...
Fucking hell. Grenade. Yeah, this kid has ESP. They're all fucking dead. Fulgen is now here. He's the man of fire. Pretty sure those are gas tanks on them. Probably full of air and oxygen. Oxygen is flammable because fire eats it. So they basically got bombs on them on the back. He's absorbing the bullets and then using them back at them. Very powerful attack. Flame bullets. I'm gonna call that attack Flame Bullets Barrage. Go.
The rate mine keep dying, I probably need to find another one. I didn't find a village, but I found another witch who I obviously killed. Hello, cat. I'm your new owner. I'm very cruel. You'll get used to it. I wasn't recording for day 253. I spent all of my time corralling these cats into this house. It was easily one of the most difficult things I've done so far. Oh, and it's finally time to put all of this cobblestone to good use. But that'll have to wait until tomorrow. It's getting dark out. Yep, we're building a mob farmer. A pretty simple one, but a mob farmer. I'm mostly just doing it with a little bit more gunpowder and execution. And at the end of the day, it was almost finished. But not quite. Incredibly simple technology. But the skeleton is water platforms in the water. And because the entire thing is covered in dark water, it's not 30% 24/7. That's not accurate for Minecraft. It was 90% done and ran out of cobblestone, though, which is just disheartening. Well, I know one thing that always lifts my spirits. We also have an absolutely...
Oh, it's a fucking massacre right now. His ESP boy. Run. Run faster than your light balls. Got two Uzis.
Get in!
Oof. This is giving me sympathy. A flame whale. A flame Pegasus. The Pegasus on fire, the whale on fire, the man on fire, the Jeep on fire. Ocelot. Ocelot.
I'm on your side. Hurry! Hurry!
Give me a gun. Nah. Give me a gun, slave. Lolly lule lo, yo. Lolly lule lo, lolly lule lo, lolly lule lo.
Watch our backs. Shoot him! Fire Destiny's about to attack!
Ow!
Time to reload carefully. Shoot it! Now! Now! Careful, the gun's slow to reload. Fire Destiny's about to attack! Did you get him? We shook him off. A little longer.
Fuck away. Get out of here. Get out. Get out.
Shoot him! Keep him back! I see it! He's coming! Harder! Almost there! name's Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am. A certain man gave me a job to do. Two, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital. Second was to rescue the man himself. You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead. You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance. First, we need to save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
What, you can't keep up with world affairs in a coma? 4 years ago, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. Muslims are fighting back with Western support. Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Reds' 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. The squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now, in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet garrison. They'll be interrogated for a few more days, and it's off to a logger. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe. Well, there's our ride. It's a whaling ship. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now, 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on. Ha!
Oh, God damn it! Oh, my back! Fuck. Oh, whoa, whoa,
apocalyptic problem developing. My throne room! Oh, the view! Instead of having an absolute mental breakdown, I decided to just mine. It's a little cathartic. And diamonds, well, those are just straight euphoria. I left the mine with all the cobblestone I needed, 64 iron and 10 diamonds. A good day. So day 257, I continued construction on my completely ethical mob farm. I finished with a good amount of daylight left and went to go farm some more trees in the swamp. I'm gonna need them for something. But at night, I was almost instantly distracted by these skeletons riding skeleton horses. I want one. That was pretty easy. I'm not sure if this is a glitch or intentional, but you can't put a lead on a skeleton horse just yet. Whatever, he'll just roam around. And because time passes, now it's the next day. Well, I'm expanding my...
Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing. Getting used to it? On ice. The solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect one. Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your eye drone. You see Wandi on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority. Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your imp scope? Take a look through your binoculars. See the village? Straight ahead? All right, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village, the Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dawandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is. Wrong target, boss. Use your binoculars to focus in on Violo Calais village and mark it. Good. Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way.
He can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dawandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and these. They'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back.
He misses his glasses.
My house. Don't let me confuse you here. This is 100% all about vanity. I'm pretty sure by this point
Now
we're at
go.
13 or 14 floors, and
Let
we're
the
only going
legend
higher.
come
You see
back
that
to
white
life.
stuff at the top of the ladder? Those are the clouds. And after another long day of bridge construction,
Cool.
we'll have a perfect view of the
AIDS.
sunset. I also upgraded the throne a little bit with a nice diamond seat cushion. We're gonna do some more exploring on day 260. I won't get lost. By this point, you can see my wood from space. Yes, that word finished here. By the end of the day, I found the ocean and made a little shack out here. I'm hoping to kill some drowned in the meantime. I killed several drowned, but none of them dropped the trident. I don't...
Hold it. There's a Soviet guard post. They're bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put the enemy in
Not
the
even
center
needed
of
for a
their
weapon,
field of
it's
view.
just for an achievement. Come on! Day 261, I found a pillager outpost, and after taking the trash loot inside, I decided to burn them all alive. They just stood there as the lava overtook all of them. It was quite satisfying to...
That's marking. Focus on the thread and it'll be marked
watch.
automatically.
And because I have the
You can
Elytra, I was
mark
able to
enemies
fly
and
away
vehicles
before
by
the cops
zooming
showed
in
up.
with
I've
binoculars
definitely
or
been to this
cameras.
desert before. It was
Once
at
they're
some point
marked,
during the
you'll
first
also
100
see
days.
their
It turns out this
positions on the
desert
map.
was fairly close to my main base,
Security
which
at
means
that
I never really had
guard
to
post
build
is
that ocean
relatively
canal. Well, it ain't a
It's
loop
like
the
a
notable
place for
100 days
war.
video without a good old-fashioned
remember
road
ways you
project.
used to
It's
deal with
definitely
enemies.
not my proudest creation,
Anytime
but it's a
you need
useful one.
advice,
You
just
see,
give
the
me
whole
a
reason
call.
I wanted to get a useful connection to the desert was for the glorious, glorious sand. I can turn this sand into glass panes and glass bottles and sell them for massive profits at L-Town. For now, though, I'm going to use these glass panes on my house. Embezzlement is the way. Day 263, I harvested my melons. The farm isn't that efficient, but I had to set it up all by myself, unlike some other Minecraft YouTubers out there. I then took a short trip back to the desert and started shoveling more sand. This is a top-tier investment right here. You know, these fumes might be bad for my health, but nowhere near as bad as being poor. Day 264, I got my fisherman up to master level, and he'll buy oak boats for me for 1 emerald. So obviously, I'm going to exploit that. Farming was just the beginning of the profits. I wasn't recording for the daytime of day 265, but I'm back in the main camp for some action in the night. There's an achievement for killing 2 phantoms with 1 crossbow shot, and it's pretty difficult. I was literally up all night trying to kill 2 of these phantoms with 1 shot and never did it. Oh well, on day 266, I went back to leveling up my villagers, and this weaponsmith just got to master, so that's the last one. I am insanely rich though. From that 1 inventory of sand a couple days ago, I'll get about 200 emeralds. You guys already know I got the cake. And I'm also starting to stockpile some of these mob items like gunpowder from my mob spawner. The bamboo I planted earlier also grew, and it just looks nice. I spent pretty much all of day 268 fishing. I'll need them for tomorrow. I also happened to acquire one of the best fishing rods in the entire game. It's got the curse of vanishing, which just means if I die it gets deleted, but if I die the whole world gets deleted, so that doesn't really matter. So not only does this one have luck of the sea, which makes me more lucky while fishing, it also has mending, which means it actually repairs the fishing rod every time I catch a fish. Later I was fishing by the mob spawner when I noticed a zombie villager spawned. Yo! But by the time I got back with the necessary items to complete the achievement of healing him, he spawned. Oh well, now it's day 269, the best day in the whole series. I figured today was as good a day as ever to start breeding the cats. They have all been bred to work, like every other creature in this land. Anyway, that night I ventured out on my boner horse looking for another village. I did not end up finding a village, and my horse died. I stayed up all night avenging him. I can't believe it took me until day 270 to build a nether wart farm. I also started the slow process of grabbing more obsidian. I'm gonna need it when I inevitably go back into the nether. I spent the rest of the day cleaning up the track between my main compound and the desert. There's a lot of trees in the way, and that's pretty much what I did all day. I said there was a lot of trees. You know, I don't miss the swamp that used to stand here at all. Who needs them? I was just exploring the vast desert on day 271 when I found a village. Whoa! There's so many of them, and they're all breathing! And now, they're all in prison for eternity. I don't know if I'll have enough time to fully deck out the sand village, but I'll at least be able to get some of the other villager professions that I don't have at L-Town. And if I had a cartographer in this village, I could sell glass
He
panes to him
fucking
with the
bled
unlimited nearby
out.
sand. You know, I said I was looking for a new
Such
village,
a
and it's easily the
fucking
best case scenario that I
terrible
found
way to
one in the
die.
desert. Today was a good day. Day 272, I found a cat. I'll make him my friend through fish. He was a stubborn little guy, though. I fed him a lot of fish, and we didn't even begin become associates.
Okay,
I checked, and it took
I'm
11
gonna stop the
fish to make
stream
him my
now.
friend. Finally, day 2.
So I'll see you guys in the next video,
Into a leather worker. He'll sell me dyed leather
which
chaps,
will
I
probably
didn't even know
be
existed. I don't want them anyway. I don't
a
really get the
week
point
from
of dyed
now.
leather armor. I'm not
Bye.
gonna wear that stuff.